So, this piece is dedicated to Stephen Sondheim, to Angela Lansbury, and also to all hairdressers and barbers and tonsorial types. Are there any here tonight? No? Oh, wow. Neither one. That's crazy. But that's good. I'll hand out my card later. Okay, so this piece is entitled, well, since it's about butts, you probably know from the 80s, these hung out in our pockets. So this piece is entitled, Two Happy Endings. I continue to pledge my allegiance to the fags of this United States. If you know this, you can join it. I pledge my allegiance to the fags of this United States of fabulous queer consciousness, and once again to going public, for which I now stand here and fabulously queer. One creation, united with the gay god, goddess, whatever, of my understanding, no longer invisible, with liberty and justice for all. So it's the 80s. We wore hankies in our pockets to let people know. Also, it was the 80s, and I was obsessed with attend the tale of Sweetie Todd. His skin was pale and his eye was odd. He shaved the faces of gentlemen who never thereafter were heard of again. He trod a path that few had trod. Did Sweeney Todd, the Dean and barber of Fleet Street. He kept a shop in London town, of fancy clients and good renown. What happened then? Well, that's the play, and I don't think I want to give it away yet. So, at that point, I was obsessed. I was also cutting hair in my apartment. I had a roommate, Frankie, and he was also obsessed. More obsessed than me with Sweeney Todd. So every time the doorbell would ring for a client to walk in, he would go to the cassette player, blast Sweeney Todd, and then open the door and go, "A customer!" It was not fun, I have to say. Oh my God, those were the days. So, I know. But around the corner also, at that point, there was a barber shop. A small little barber shop, about the size of this stage. Imagine that. A little window over here, one little door. There was a bathroom in that corner. And out front, there was a barber pole. That's it. Just a barber pole. No name, just a barber pole. I stuck my head in one day, and I said to the guy who was reading a newspaper, it always seemed to be the front page was facing out every time I walked by. I'm not sure why, but the front, he put down his newspaper, and I said, "Do you have time for a haircut?" And he said, sort of grunted. There was no yes, and it was a grunt. I said, "How much?" $7.50. $7.50, that was a bargain. So I said, "Okay, $7.50. So I walked in, not really knowing what I was going to get. But at that point in my life, I was a hair whore. Are there any other hair whores here? Yeah, I know, one or two. Now, in case you don't know what a hair whore is, it also, now I think it's called like a coupon queen. So the people who go from hairdresser to hairdresser and barber to barber, just, all the time, they never have one. I know, raise your hand if you're a hair whore. So at that point, I was a hair whore, so I thought, okay, I'm going to go in, right? So I went in. I was also a whore. I was so fucking horny at that point in my life. I could not keep my dick. It was always like this. Anyone else can relate? Well, mine was. So I walked in, and I was kind of pushing it like out of the way, and I stepped up into the chair. It was one of those really big barber chairs. Those old-fashioned kind with the handles. So the guy, I asked him his name. He said, "What's your name?" "Vlad." 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 Just Vlad. "Vlad." "Where are you from, Vlad?" "Russia." Oh, God. Russia, I know. Russia. It never seems to be stopped. Anyway, so Russia. I thought that was really cool. I never had anyone from Russia before. So I thought, okay, fine. So Vlad, he just takes out his cape and he starts brushing off the, like the chair, like there would have been I don't know, fleas on it or something. And then he took the cape and he put it around, just like this. Already I was getting a boner because there's something about somebody touching the back of my neck in case you're interested. And it's just like, makes me get hard all over. So then, I know, really. So then, and I had my hands here, and if you've ever, I don't think, there were a few hairdressers, right, one or two, but you know, in hair school they taught us this. If somebody's hands are like this, you always take it out, and you place it, and you drop it in their lap, so that you let them know that you're not interested. Well, he didn't do that. My hands stayed right here, right where they were. So, gets out his clippers, and I'm thinking, oh fuck, here we go. And he took out his clippers. Now, clippers are really exciting. You know, this sound is like so intense. And he took it, and all of a sudden he was like, and I wasn't facing the mirror, so I had no fucking idea what was going on. I know. It's a hairdresser thing. You face people away, and then you go, voila. Well, anyway, then he cut all my hair off. I was like, fuck, oh no. I just felt it, you know. But then he sort of took the cape off, did this thing, like flipped it off, and he flipped me around. And I thought, okay, all right, you know, this is cool. Now remember, there was a little bathroom in that corner over there. So I gave my $7.50, and I said, where's the bathroom? He said, right over there. I could see it all the whole time. So I went into the bathroom, and I waited. I left the door open. You know, it's always, leave the door open just a crack. Because if you leave the door open a crack, you never know. So anyway, remember at the beginning I said the name of this piece was Two Happy Endings? Well, I have to say there were really two happy endings. One for me and one for Vlad. Peace and blessings. Martin Wiech.